Science and innovation took center stage at the Second KALRO Scientific Conference and Innovation Expo 2026 in Nairobi. Researchers, policymakers, development partners, farmers, private sector players and academia explored scientific-driven solutions to food security and agriculture's biggest challenges. The conference, with the theme Innovations for Sustainable Agri-Food Systems, Climate Change Resilience and Improved Livelihoods, provided a platform to collectively explore solutions that will transform the agricultural sector.
The scientists will come up with different solutions, different action plans to support the government on matters food production, on matters to do with climate change. In such a conference, which one of its kind, which KALRO has arranged, the government will benefit from the report from this great conference.
At the heart of the discussions was the need to strengthen investment in agricultural research and development. Experts noting that research remains key to generate technologies capable of addressing emerging threats to food security, such as pests and diseases, climate change, and declining soil fertility.
One of the major concerns in the areas of science research and innovation, including agriculture, is of course funding. At the moment, the government is spending 0.78% of the GDP. We are in the process of pushing that 1% towards 2% of the GDP as stipulated in Science, Technology, Innovation Act of 2013.
Research portfolio in this country has been growing, but fairly slow speed. In the very early times, there was specific money from the country and from the donors on research. Currently, about 2% of expected research fund from the government is building slowly, and I think it is coming up, adding value to the research stations.
Legislatures called for increased allocation in the agricultural sector to ensure technologies developed by scientists reach farmers and markets.
When we look at agriculture as majorly private sector, we are forgetting the role of research. Research cannot be private sector. Research has got to be funded by government because, like if you look at research under KALRO, these are biological experiments that they engage in. Most of the biological experiments take time. And once you have a break along the way, you lose the entire investment. So the best thing is to make sure that these experiments are funded through.
At the 5-day conference from 15th to 19th June 2026, stakeholders stressed on the importance on commercializing research, noting that scientific breakthroughs can only deliver benefits when adopted by farmers, agribusinesses, and industry.
Commercialization is a very key pillar for us as our economy, because with that we bring in economic growth. In Kenya we do not have oil, we don't have oil deposits, we do not have gold, but what do we have? Agriculture. That is what is going to take our country to the next level.
We must be able to take the research to commercialization, innovation to commercialization. Whatever we do, we should be able to ensure that we have impact in the society so that we can enhance food safety, food security, food sovereignty, and nutrition as well. So we are looking at the entire value chain, if you like, from farm all the way to fork.
Gender inclusion was also a key focus, with stakeholders emphasizing the need to empower women and youth through access to land, technology, financing, and market opportunities.
Have we addressed the issue of gender, in the area of productivity? Because the majority of people on the farmlands are women, yet they do not have certain rights. I look at that as an area of concern.
In increasing public awareness on research innovations, researchers must be willing to communicate.
We have challenged the scientists to communicate their report and let the science report talk to the farmer, so that our farmers can benefit from the many research our scientists have really researched on and the government has invested on through KALRO.
Experts noted that strengthening research, partnership and inclusive policies will be critical in building resilient food systems and transforming agriculture.
Together we have demonstrated how strong national and international research partnerships can translate science into tangible benefits for farmers, for pastoralists, consumers and policymakers.
Through stronger collaboration among researchers, government, the private sector and farming communities, scientific innovations can drive agricultural transformation and improve livelihoods across the country. However, the success of research depends on adequate financing, supportive policies, and inclusive approaches that ensure no farmer is left behind. Reporting for Mesha, I am Christine Ochogo.